I think the first half of 2026 is going to be the buying opportunity of the decade. I cannot wait. And I'm going to put 50,000 of my own Great British pounds behind that belief. Now, I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to document everything, and you'll be able to watch it all on this channel. If I'm right, that £50,000 will turn into £500,000 by this time next year. And if I'm wrong, then you'll see that as well, because everything will be transparently documented on this channel. I'm going to do research. I'm going to talk to experts. I'm going to think for myself. Whoa, look at that. And ultimately, I'm going to come out of this having turned £50,000 into £500,000 in 365 days. Nothing I cover on this video or on this channel is financial advice. This is 100% entertainment for you, but 100% real for me. I'm just documenting the journey and bringing you on for the ride. Now that 50K has to be put to work. So where am I going to put that money? The first place is crypto. This is going to be the majority of the holding that I have. I've just spent the last, almost a decade at this point, just studying the financial system, studying cryptocurrency. If I'm going to have any success just from my natural kind of exposure to something, it's going to be in crypto. This is where my highest likelihood of success is. So the highest portion of my portfolio will be in crypto. Next are equities. So this is when you buy stocks and shares, for example. In the research I've been doing, it's not just all about cryptos. There are some actual companies that are public companies, tradable companies, that are also stand to benefit from these transitions that we're going to see in 2026. Now, these aren't going to be drastic asymmetrical returns, in my opinion. I don't think the stock market can do that for you over a short period of time. But I'm kind of looking at the stock portfolio as one that will increase over the next 12 months, but is acting more of like a hedge. Like this is more of the safe bet. Now, of course, if I want to turn £50,000 into £500,000, I can't take many safe bets. So the percentage that is going to go in my equities portfolio is going to be relatively small compared to the crypto. The next place I could benefit from over the next 12 months is in private equity. This is when companies, before they go public, offer up investors the opportunity to invest in their company. I think if you want to get mega rich over a long period of time, Tony Robbins talks about this a lot. You get into private equity, that's like where the real money is. And so because I have this platform, I'm lucky enough, and I'm going to milk everything that I have available to me. Because I've got this channel, I actually get more opportunities than I did before the channel, right? So I'm going to fully milk that and take advantage of that opportunity if it comes up. Now, I'm not going to allocate any of my portfolio to it because the opportunity hasn't come yet to invest in the private equity. If private equity does come up, I'll analyze the portfolio and then redistribute funds if it's a good enough opportunity. Now, the other opportunity is in trading. I've tried to do trading before. You may have seen me in the past. I've had tremendous success and also tremendous failure in the world of trading. On 3 separate occasions, I've turned $1,000 into $25,000, $35,000, and $30,000. Like, I've done that. I've got my 20x's, I've got my 30x's on my trading, but each and every time I've done that, I have also gone back to zero. So I've actually gained nothing. I have a 100% defeat rate in trading, but is there an option there? I do think I have some skill. I think if I can harness that skill in such a way where I can utilize trading and make trading part of this growth to £500,000, then I will. I think I need to learn some stuff from some people first. Now, there's another element of this, another way to make money, to turn this 50 into 500, and that is by gambling. And now you might think, okay, Lewis, relax. Gambling's maybe not the best way, and it isn't the best way. But there's this interesting intersection that's happening right now where I've got this, I would say elite level AI understanding and knowledge and usage. I'm just so heavily in the AI world. I'm also quite analytical. And so I like to think about modeling kind of predictive behaviors and all of that stuff. And I've been toying with it recently. I've been using large language models and agentic AI to create machine learning. And that machine learning, if you train it on a load of data, can start to get a higher rate of accuracy and predictions than you would if you were just a normal person. And so far, I've managed to create a system where it can predict the outcome of a tennis match by an accuracy of 85%. And so when I look at gambling, I think maybe this is interesting, especially when you look at polymarket and prediction markets and also sports outcomes based on large data that I've given it. I've tested this on football, that's soccer, it's really football though, tennis, golf, UFC, And I've built my own custom kind of portals and dashboards for this, for predicting the outcomes of these things. Also horse racing, but that one has been really rough for me. It hasn't really performed as expected. The point is, gambling, if we turn that into a more of a predictive modeling outcome thing, it might be worth exploring. I have already been exploring it. And then also, when I'm talking about the trading bots, I've also created myself a trading bot already, an XRP trading bot.
The XRP bot has made its first trade and it sold all the XRP. It left only a tiny bit of XRP. It's moved it all into USDT because there was a bearish sell signal.
It's actually done a few trades for me and it's done them at really good times. So I'm really happy with how that's going. We will develop that as time goes on. Now, I think the next part of this is that I have to organize where my investments go. Where do they live? Because the worst thing about all of this is when you have wallets over here and then different platforms and it just gets a bit crazy. So I'm really consolidating into basically 2 platforms for this whole thing. All of my crypto will exclusively be held and purchased on Caleb and Brown. Those guys are absolute pros. I will never leave them. They are amazing. And if you're in the UK, you've got to stay tuned on this channel. I'm going to have some of the guys from Caleb and Brown come on. They got big news for the UK audience. But when it comes to equities, stocks and shares, those will be hosted on eToro. eToro have been a wonderful partner on this channel, and I'm going to continue to use them where they shine the most, which is equities. They also do crypto, but the amount of different cryptos, the variety that I will be looking at, these low cap, weird, obscure ones that nobody's looking at, Caleb and Brown have a higher likelihood of having those than eToro. And then finally, we've got my trading bot, which my trading bot right now is running on Binance API. So it's doing it all in the background. As long as my computer's on, the bot is running and it's just watching the market. Those are the 3 platforms that I'm using for this process. But you'll be wondering, there are a series of assets that I'm going to want to buy, right? So how am I coming to the conclusions of the right assets to buy for my portfolio to get this 10x over the next 365 days? Well, fortunately, in my position, I'm afforded this luxury of being able to talk to people that otherwise I wouldn't have been able to talk to. And I'm really going to utilize this. So there's a few different ways that I'm going to extract information from the world to inform these decisions. And I don't know what the date is today. Actually, it's the 5th of February today. We don't have much time. Like I was almost at the point last night when the market was coming down where I started to buy these assets. It didn't quite hit my level. So I haven't started to buy yet. I do have a whole strategy for buying into the market over a period of time to make sure I'm catching the bottoms and getting a really good cost basis for my assets as I build this foundation for 2026. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this year. This is going to be such a good year for investing, I'm telling you. Because I have an audience, I get access to people to talk to them. So we've got people lined up to talk to that I cannot believe we're going to have on. We've got people that you will know, and we've got people that you won't know that are heavily involved. People who created CBDCs, and I'm just going to take every opportunity I can to listen to what people have to say, experts in the space, and use that information. Maybe I get one golden nugget in that conversation, and I will use that. I will selfishly use all of that information because I want this 10x on my portfolio. So I will be publishing those interviews on the channel as well. There'll be lots of variety and stuff. The other thing is that I'm doing institutional grade research in a variety of different topics. I am finding the most dismissed, the most obscure, weird cryptos that nobody's looking at that solve massive fundamental problems, and putting those together into what I call macro briefs. These macro briefs are institutional grade research briefs. It's also part of my business I sell these briefs to funds and institutions so they can use them to inform their own clients. So these are really good, really valuable. I'm doing them for myself, for my own theses. And at the end of them, I get a little list of cryptos that, you look them up and they're like a $10 million market cap, but are solving a massive problem. It's like, if I'm going to get a 10X, the 10X is really the goal I'm telling you. I've got a bigger goal in my head, and I'm these smaller cap cryptos that have a lot of research has gone into them. These are the ones where I'm getting really excited. I'll share all of that on this channel. Of course, I'm not telling you what to buy. This is just my journey. I'm documenting it. I will fail publicly or I will succeed publicly. That's where I am right now. So I'll be talking to people, I'll be doing institutional grade research or continuing that. But also, I plan on attending a lot of different events this year. Typically, I would say, I want to go to the event and let's stream it or something. I want to make content about it. And I found this to be a pattern in my behavior, which wasn't really conducive to making tons of money, because my focus has always been on content and building the business. And then I forget about my investing. I'm like, what? The whole point I'm here is to invest. So I've missed out on a lot of opportunities like that. So when I go to these events, I am going with 2 ears and 1 mouth. I'm not recording. I'm not, I'm not distracting myself with making content. I am there to listen and learn and pick up on the nuggets of information that nobody else is listening for. And I'm going to apply it to this portfolio so it can be part of that 10x or more in my portfolio. So I will be going. There's a guy called Ricardo Correa. He worked at R3. He's since moved on. But I will be following him oftentimes around the world to talk. I think he's one of the smartest people in the world about CBDCs and where this new financial system is going. We get along actually really well. So I'm going to endeavor to go and watch him speak at different events around the world. And I hope these events are going to kind of inform me in a way where it makes this 10x a lot easier. So that's going to be fun. Now, I think it has been my theory for a while that the first half of 2026 is going to be a race to the bottom. That may come sooner, but I really see that first half of the year being the most exciting time. We haven't quite hit the limit for me right now to start. I'm going to dollar cost average in, but I'm doing something what I call a red day DCA. A red day DCA strategy for buying is where you have a period of time, and in that period of time, let's say that period of time is 20 days, you only accumulate assets, you only buy assets on red days within that time period. So you set that time period out. I will let you know when I've started that time period and when I'll be buying in. I will send out my email to Caleb and Brown, my broker, let him know, starting now, I want to buy this much of these assets every day that the market is red, so on and so forth. I will do the same for eToro to buy my equities, and I will constantly in the background be developing my trading bot, my prediction models, just to see how that all kind of works out. The majority of my time right now is getting ready. I am building that shopping list. I'm moving my money around so it's in the right place to execute at the right time. We are almost there. I'm so excited. I can't even. And the fact that it's all being documented is an interesting part of all of this. But I'm going to stand on the ideas that I have. I have true belief in myself, and that I think the way I see the market moving and the world moving, I think I'm right. I'm here to build a portfolio that retires me and retires my family, and I'm going to do that. And I might even do it this year. That's how big of an opportunity I think this is. So I've built the prediction models. I've built the trading bot. My money's in all of the right places. I'm building my shopping list as we speak right now. And I'll be updating you on this channel as this journey continues. If you're up for joining, please hit subscribe, comment some thoughts below, share this video with other people. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one.